living world. Now, if we look around, you will see a large variety of living organisms like potted plants, insects, birds, your pets, or other animals and plants. There are also several organisms that you cannot see with your naked eye, but they are all around you. Now, if you were to increase the area that you make observations in, then you will be able to see many different living organisms around you. Like, suppose your home is here, so in beside your home many living organism is here, but if you travel to some deciduous forest, some river, you will find another different type of different categories of living organisms, such as butterflies, any other animals, any different family of cats, tigers, uh, like like these only. Scientists have went for their experiments and found many different type of living organisms and classified them. Am I right? So this is the way, and this is the diversity in the living world. Now this refers to the biodiversity. What is the biodiversity? The number of the types of organisms, all type of living organisms present in the earth, is known as biodiversity. Now we explore new areas and even old ones. Now when we explore more new areas, we will get to know about more living organisms, more types of organisms, different type of organisms, different categories, different families of organisms, right? So now, as stated earlier, there are millions of plants and animals in the world. We know the plants animals in our own area by their local names. हम लोग को अपना एरिया में जो प्लांट्स एनिमल सब होता है अपना लोकल नेम से हम लोग बुलाते हैं. कैट को क्या बोलते हैं? बिल्ली बोलते हैं. डॉग को क्या बोलते हैं? कुत्ता जा रहा है बोलते हैं. एंड एलिफेंट हाथी आया है. So this is what we call in our local languages in our local area, right? But in scientific name, I mean in science, what should we call them? How should we call them? How should we classify them? What is the way to call them, to know them? To that is to know about their characteristics, to know about their nature, to know about their mode and everything. So this is the thing. And to avoid confusion on the naming of the organisms, what we do, we give it a scientific name. Now this scientific name, ये जो scientific name होता है, this is a unique name, and no other organism then that organism is not having that name. So only one organism can have that name. Now naming means the naming of the organisms in a unique way is known as the binomial nomenclature, or also called as the biological nomenclature. So obviously the nomenclature or the naming is only possible when the organism is described correctly and we know about the organisms, about their characteristics, about their nutrition, about their mode, about their characteristics and all. Then only we will be able to classify the organism to its scientific name or biological name. So this is called the binomial nomenclature. Now there is a, in biological name or the scientific name, there is a two parts. First part is the generic name and second one is the specific epithet. Generic name means the genus and the specific epithet means the species. Now these two components combining and giving the name is known as the biological nomenclature. So this is the proper definition. This naming system is given by Carolus Linnaeus and is practiced by the biologists all over the world. Now let us take the scientific name for Mangifera indica. Like Mangifera indica, वहाँ पे देखेंगे जो Mangifera है उसका M, पहले वाला M कैपिटल में लिखा जाता है. These are the rules I am telling. So M कैपिटल में लिखा जाता है. सेकेंड जो स्पेसिफिक एपिथेट है उसमें इंडिका का आई शुरुआत होते है स्मॉल लेटर से, स्मॉल लेटर आई से शुरुआत होता है और जब मैंजीफेरा इंडिका हो जाता है लास्ट में साइंटिस्ट का नाम रहता है. सो टोटली नेम इज मैंजीफेरा इंडिका लिन. सो दीज आर द रूल्स एंड few more rules are they are Latinized or derived from the Latin word and also written in italics. You can go through the pages, page number 7, and also the MTE ebook is provided. If you do not have the book, you can go through the ebook. Now as I said, name of the author appears after the specific epithet at the end of the biological name and is written in the abbreviated form. Okay, so now classification. What is classification? It is a process to group any organism of similar categories is known as classification or observed categories. Now all living organisms can be defined into different taxa. In that is known as taxonomy. That is known as taxonomy. Now few important points, like classification is not a single step process. It involves many processes and truly have their category, and this category can be represented by taxonomical category. All the taxonomical category together is known as taxonomical hierarchy. Now what is taxon? The rank of each category is known as taxon. So this is the few things I explain over here. Species. Species, what is species? A group of organisms which we can derive the name from with the help of a similar organism is known as species. Means we can tell that the group of organisms with similar characteristics, with similar nature, is a species. Now genus, what is genus? It is a term like species, but not a genus. Like genus, it has more similarities than genus. Species, genus has more similarities. So we can tell that the group of organisms with the same similarities, same and more similarities than species is called the genus. Suppose with example I will explain so that it will be more helpful. Like potato, brinjal are two different species but both belong to the same genus, that is Solanum. Lion, panther, leo, leopard and tiger with several common features are all species of genus Panthera. So this genus differs from another genus Felis, which includes cats. Now what is family? Family is all the category together is known as family. Now in detail, if you ask what is the family, in detail the answer will be family does not have so similarities like genus and species, but has a group of genera, and it is based on the vegetative and the reproductive features of the plant species. So this is what the family is, and in short, the family is a group of organisms of similar characteristics and of the similar species. That is known as family. Now move on to order, page number 10. Their order, in simple word, write that order are highly specified taxonomical categories. Order are highly specified taxonomical categories. You can also note down my words in your copies. Now class includes, what is class? Class includes the category of related orders. I am telling all the points in short as possible. I am explaining it. Class is the category of related orders. Order are the highly specified taxonomical categories. Now what is phylum? Phylum is the most higher category of the class, which would tell about the neural system. Suppose like phylum chordata. Phylum chordata. Now you can go through the figure 1.1. It says about taxonomic categories showing hierarchical arrangement in ascending order. Okay. Now what is kingdom? Kingdom, in short I am telling, kingdom is the highest category, includes various phyla and called kingdom Animalia. There are two type of kingdom Animalia and the kingdom Plantae. At first there are two type of kingdom, like two kingdom classification was there, animal and plant. Later on 5 kingdom classification came by R.H. Whitaker. So when I will be going through the chapter 2 biological classification, I will be discussing further about the 5 kingdom classification on that chapter, and will be giving notes on that also. Now there is a table 1.1. This is too much important, this table, as told by ma'am, and also I am telling as I have gone through it and recognized it. So mostly the biological name, the family, the class and the phylum division of it are most important. Genus is also most important. The whole table is important. So whole table we have to go through. Whole table we have to go through, no skip. Now what are taxonomical aids? What are taxonomical aids? The study of varieties or various species of plants, species of animals and other organisms are useful in agriculture, forestry, industry and in general is knowing our bioresource and the diversity. For example, I can tell cow dung, that is used as biogas. Am I right? Now what is herbarium? The stored house of collected plant specimens that are dried. मतलब क्या होता है इसका? हर्बेरियम क्या होता है? हर्बेरियम एक प्लांट स्पेसिमेन का स्टोर हाउस है जहाँ की डिफरेंट वेरियस टाइप ऑफ वेरियस फैमिलीज ऑफ वेरियस स्पीसीज ऑफ प्लांट्स ड्राई करके रखा जाता है, उसको शीट में प्रिजर्व किया जाता है. व्हाट इज द रीजन फॉर दैट? फॉर द एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन, फॉर द एक्सपेरिमेंट्स. सो नाउ botanical gardens, we very well know what are botanical gardens. मतलब जहाँ पे different type of variety families of species of plants, higher lower all type of plant will be present, that particular garden is known as the botanical garden. Now the famous botanical garden are at Kew, England, Indian Botanical Garden at Howrah, India, and at National Botanical Research Institute, Lucknow, India. Now zoological parks. Zoological parks we very well know this also, right? So यहाँ पे क्या होता है, जैसे कि बोटानिकल गार्डन में प्लांट के बारे में है, zoological parks includes animals. Am I right? Zoological parks includes animals. यहाँ पे various type of various families of various species of various characteristics of various natures of animals पाया जाता है. हम लोग उसको देखने के लिए जाते हैं, that is commonly called zoo. Children love visiting that commonly called park, that is zoo. So this is what zoological park is. Now what is key? What is key? Key is another taxonomical aid used for identification of plant and animal based on the similarities and the dissimilarities. ये की टैक्सोनॉमिकल एड के लिए, आइडेंटिफिकेशन के लिए प्लांट्स एनिमल्स का यूज़ किया जाता है जिससे कि हम लोग को उसको डिसिमिलरिटीज और सिमिलरिटी पता चले. So this is the main taxonomical aid. Okay, now there is a summary in page number 14. You can go through it, it will help you. And I have already provided the chapter 1 notes on the MTE group, I think by MTE manager. She have provided it. So kindly take a printout of that. I request you to kindly take out a printout of that, because it will not only help you to read in e form, online form. If you go far and further away, it will help you to take it away. It will help you to study in the examination hall before the exam. So that is the reason I am telling to take a printout. Not only my subject over here in MTE, also the other teacher's subject like physics, chemistry, computer, English, all. There are exercises given. We will practice all of the exercises in the further coming days. Means you by own have to practice. I will also practice. You will also practice. So this is how we work. MTE works. I hope you like this spirit of MTE, this work of MTE. Now I am leaving this class. I am ending up with here. Next day I will be starting with the biological classification in the video lecture, and will describe further about the 5 kingdom classification by R.H. Whitaker. Okay, kindly read the introduction part of the biological classification and try to solve the exercises from chapter 1 as well as I will try to solve. Thank you for giving your valuable time to this session.